please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's log, subdates 250921.mu. Starting the week off strong, we've decided we're going to carry on with where we left off last week, or where we left it. I think at this point we might be circling the drain. Yay us, achievement unlocked? Is that what we're going with now? Sure. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be delving into the most recent upload, partially, from Just a Robot. No, I'm not going to spend 5 days this week going through it. We're going to go through it today and move on. This video has been poorly received to an extent in the comments, and has been directly responded to by Leo Convoy via livestream, who has accused Just a Robot of being a lying piece of garbage. Nothing new there. Now, Just a Robot, in his previous video that we went through, not the Discord call, had said he was going to be refraining from talking about drama going forward because he's ill-suited to this. So naturally he went back on that promise. At time of recording, the video has 123 upvotes to 91 downvotes, and 3,000 views. Congratulations. For a video that's over an hour long, this isn't great, but if your intention is to rebuild, good luck to you. Before we delve into any part of this video that concerns Ponder Sprocket not being a hero, let's go with that, according to the video description anyway, I want to go through some of the comments, because I think it's important to get some reception so we know exactly where we're going with this. Oh, and because it tickled me to no end, I can't help but notice you still haven't credited your avatar artist in your videos. Have you considered just not using it anymore? You're welcome. So in the first comment, it's the pinned comment from Just a Robot, indicating that the video was edited by Just a Robot, and thanking Akumu for digging up information over the years. Replies, if you edited the video, why did you include poorly censored cub PORN? Well, that's not a good start, is it? Next comment. Okay, where was this attitude with Cinebear? Jar, it's been over a year, move on. Reply, so has most of the stuff you mentioned in the video, shouldn't you move on too? H2O Thomas, you said you wouldn't do drama videos anymore. Why are you going back on your word? Just focus on your media reviews and stop getting involved in situations like this. Reply, name a drama channel who didn't go back to drama. Reply, oh well, that's alright then I guess, are you serious? Jar, I mean I sure as hell can't. Personally, and I'm going to insert this here, I do think you should stick to media stuff. This is not your strong suit. Even if you're thinking of doing retrospectives, the risk of you making mistakes is far too high. Kingbeat, I thought you promised Leo you would not do drama content, not defending Ponder, just saying. Reply, didn't Leo also promise to stop doing drama videos at one point? The way I see it, I can do what I want. Also, did a few drama videos on the old channel and no one cared. It's not that no one cared, it's that much like views I get, no one gives a shit about you, because there's nothing you offer anymore. When you start getting some steam, people are going to dredge it out to drag you back down again. Not to keep your ego in check, but because you kind of don't learn your lesson. Something the Slowpoke. Is this a look into your Tower of Babel? Hopefully you can sleep peacefully, Mr. Robot. Reply, to be honest, I made that up to sound cool. It technically exists in my brain though. I know where to find things, I'm just not organised enough to make folders. Reply from someone called Dreamer. You said that about the girl at the swimming pool too. Did you just make everything up? The Rose Boy. How can I make this about me as a quote? Video. Ponder has her bad habits, but you're the last one to talk regarding any drama. Just a Robot. Less than 5% of this video is about me. Half of it is about Akumu. As you can tell, the responses are quite heavily mixed, and that's going to be an issue into this video because what Just a Robot does know and doesn't know, and how Just a Robot presents the information, is, if anything, just a damning statement for how long it takes for Just a Robot to make an opinion. Now, Leo Convoy has said this is all garbage. Let's see if we can find it.
No matter how perfect someone may seem, everyone has skeletons in their closet. Ponder Sprocket started in the SCC, which stands for Slideshow Commentary Community.
Happy birthday!
The community is even older than the gameplay commentary community, but most people don't know that because they never really became big. Before they had originally drawn avatars that use characters from media. Most of the time they'd even use PNGs of these characters. This community is almost as old as YouTube itself. A lot of people came and went over the years, but none of them have stuck around longer than Ponder.
Oh no, we are going back in time, aren't we now? I haven't heard the name Ponder Sprocket since I'd say when I first went to university. That name did pop up here and there. But in truth, much like the gaming community as a whole, I couldn't have cared less about it. This is when I wasn't really on the internet much, and in retrospect, I'm glad I wasn't. Because to see what happened to those in the earlier days of the internet, the poison that was created. Yeah, nah. You are doing a retrospective, aren't you? This is a bit ironic, and those comments against you are justified.
But before I get into all the bad stuff Ponder Sprocket has done, it should be noted that Ponder has done a lot of good things, and they shouldn't just be discounted because of her mistakes, such as her helping to expose Cosmodor, defending Spoctor back when he was innocent, along with Dolly Guts as well. I think we all need to give her a hand for that one.
I've always taken the stance that you can be an absolutely abhorrent person, but sometimes you can still be that and say or do the right thing. I don't know any of those dramas, so I do not know, or incidents, actions, whatever. I don't know them, so I can't say whether or not Ponder was on the right side. But I have said it about the likes of Onision, where from time to time he has said something that is correct. The annoying thing is, once you in the online space do one wrong thing, everything else is wrong. You could say snow is white, and you'd be wrong. You could say the sky is blue, and before the pedantic person says it, don't bother, and you'd be wrong. Because of those pedantic people. You could say the colour red is actually the colour yellow, which is actually the colour blue, which is then back to red. It doesn't matter. And that applies to Ponder Sprocket as well, because the online space does not forgive.
That's very funny, Buzz. This is serious!
Because of this, tons of people have looked up to Ponder as a guiding light, despite her protest. She was put on a pedestal, and a lot of people saw her as an objective person. According to herself, she didn't really like the spotlight, but she wouldn't be in the center of everything if she didn't make videos on things that were guaranteed to get her a lot of views. She really milked the first Spoctor drama, and the Madame drama for as much as she could.
It's interesting you mentioned the Spoctor stuff, because she knew about Spoctor having nudes of a child past his 18th birthday, kicked him out of a server only to let him back into the server because another person called Chuli, as a minor, was manipulated by Spoctor, and as such were used as a proxy to get him back in. That is on the fandom wiki for Ponder Sprocket. I feel like this is a remarkably short video now, isn't it? What is it with art, commentary, drawing types where this kind of crap is so prevalent? Can someone explain that to me, please?
And when I say she milked the Madame drama, I mean she really milked it. Whether it was her intention or not, Ponder caused harassment to be sent to a minor for over 4 years. Despite how many times she was shown to be in the wrong, she did not correct her mistake until shortly after my first response came out. In my first response, I directed people to Akumu's second video on her. She took the video down at long last, now that the broader commentary community knew about it.
I'm starting to understand now why people laid into you in the comments for making it about yourself. While you should of course take credit for any positive impact you've had in the online space, this will not placate those who look at you and go, you are an egomaniac. Main character syndrome, just a robot. Additionally, are you certain it was you that led to that change? Because you've been called a liar by a number of people. I wonder if this had anything to do with it.
Point is, I think my video really shook things up. So what was the lie Ponder told about Akumu, and why did it go on for so long? You might have heard of the Madame drama, where a Leafy clone who called herself Madame attempted to dox a minor, who did artwork for her for free. After the artist talked a little shit about Madame, she attempted to dox the minor's phone number, but luckily it was a fake number from a free phone calling app. Even users like D'Angelo Wallace got involved in this drama.
You can tell we're going back in time, by the way, guys. D'Angelo Wallace hasn't been active on any of their channels in about 10 months. This feels old now. That's not a bad thing, by the way. It's always nice to hear some of the classics. But D'Angelo Wallace was a massive creator during their time. And we've said it before, every creator makes a mistake. They really do. Some don't offer opinion, they just present information as is, like on Twitter threads, or as a thread on Twitter. But many don't see it that way. And since I don't have access to the tweet, or the tweet thread, I can't judge it. We can only base it on the information to hand, which is anecdotal at best. I'm also going to add that while there's still high likelihood that D'Angelo Wallace did say the things that Jar has said, without any proof of it, it is still just assertion. I'm not denying its existence, I'm saying you are stating something as fact with nothing to prove it as such. Your integrity's in the dirt. I can't trust that. And with some tweets replying, implying that it did in fact exist, or providing some air of proof, perhaps, does lend credence to its existence or having existed, but does not confirm its existence. Just to be clear.
Akumu, back when he was 16, made the point that Madame didn't dox Lemurs. She just attempted to dox her. Yes, this point was super autistic of him to make, but he was a minor at the time, and he was also a super small channel. I think he had less than 100 subs at the time. As someone who has also tried to set the record straight on people who are getting hated on by the commentary community, I know what kind of stuff Akumu was dealing with.
Empathizing with someone like Akumu in this instance, I can fully understand in that context. Why you had to make the point is redundant. Like, you didn't have to insert yourself into the story here. No one cares about you, really, and that's why you're getting all those comments, why you received all those comments. The smart move would be to keep the story on track, but as is always the case with you, Just a Robot, everything has to be about you in some way. It's why over the years you inserted yourself into so many dramas, because then you can make yourself the main character in the story. While you were victorious in a number of dramas over the years, you're not going to be remembered for those. You're not going to be remembered for anything to do with Ponder Sprocket. You're really not. You're going to be remembered as the idiot that sided with Cinebear, and that's the simplest version of it.
People twisted what he said multiple times in order to make him look as bad as a person as possible. The smart thing and the normal thing for everyone to do would be to ignore his video. After all, he was a super small channel. But they wanted to talk about the Madame drama more, and his video was their excuse to do so. It's almost like they did this for clout or something.
As you well know, when it comes to commentary, it does not matter how big or small your channel is. If you make a bad point, you should be called out for it. To use the, what you're about to use anyway, of punching down argument is weak tea. I'll agree, if mistakes were made, that's not great. Of course not. And no one is saying Ponder Sprocket is innocent, but trying to make things seem a bit more sensationalist is tragic. And while I'm sure many people don't like the idea of somebody with a much bigger channel going after somebody who's got a much smaller channel, try not to take any kind of moral high ground here with it. We are all equals. A check mark, a play button doesn't change that. It really doesn't. We are all the same lowly plebeian oiks.
They took Akumu's 32-minute long video and made over 2.5 hours worth of content out of it. Out of everyone who spread lies about Akumu, Ponder was the biggest by far. She had roughly 100k subs at the time, and he had around like 100. No, not 100k, just 100 subs.
All things considered for Akumu, 4,000 subs, their viewership is fantastic. Honestly, they know exactly where they are strongest, and they do very well from that, proving that the sub count aspect is the irrelevant factor. It's the audience retention that matters the most. This is another one of those points that doesn't need to be in your video, really. I'm not debunking whether Akumu is innocent or guilty, because I don't need to. Ponder Sprocket made some big mistakes. That much is well established in the online space. Your choice of position for argumentation is the weakness. I'm also somewhat surprised you bothered making this video in the first place, considering Akumu had uploaded, and did better on viewership, a TTR Ponder Sprocket info galore and summary. A lot of their more recent content, after a bit of a gap, has covered Ponder Sprocket and other art content creators. An hour and 14 minutes though. Interesting. Because I don't want to sit here and go through all of that video, and I'm not going to make a part 2, of course I'm not, I am going to link Akumu's channel in the pinned comment, because I think it is better to take the information from the source rather than somebody providing a retrospective on a subject they are not as informed on as they like to believe they are, and believe they're more involved in than they really were. They've had beefs with many creators over the years. Leo Convoy is one, and I'll also link Leo Convoy's recent stream. I like the Thundercats avatar, and it really stood out to me. With everything we cover, of course, I want to know what you think. So do let me know in the comments down below. If you're not as well informed on this, that's quite alright. Hopefully Akumu's videos, and if you're interested in watching that or listening to that, and of course Leo Convoy, will provide enough information, because I don't think Jar adds much to it.